outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long
Shalom, sisters. Shalom. Come on in. Come on in. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you all. Come on in. Come on in. Who is here? Please drop me a comment in that comment box. Let me know that you are here. Let me know that you're here. We are getting ready to jump right in. Let's see. VIP. Finent. Shalom, my beautiful sister. We relocated to the suburbs of Houston. Oh my goodness, sis. Shalom. I heard that. Welcome. Welcome to Texas. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. Oh yes. You know what? I did not know your new name, sis. So Tawada for bringing me up to speed. Nayara. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. All praises to the Most High. Wow. You decided to make that move. All praises. Shalom, sisters. Come on, Nayara. Or Ni, or is it Nai or Ni? We're gonna have to talk. Sis. It's been way too long since we've had a real conversation. So it's so good to see you. So good to see you. Come on in, sisters. As you come in, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let others know that we are here and we are ready to jump right in. So it is so good to see you all. Welcome back. It's another week already. Can you believe that? Wow, we just breezed through that last week, didn't we? We really just breezed through it. These weeks are months, years are going by so fast. So we just have to make the best of every day, sisters. So before I go any further, let's do what we do every Sunday when we come together. We give a huge shout out, a praise to the Almighty. Khan says so fast, to the Almighty, AHAYAH, ASHAR, AHAYAH, the God of the Hebrews and the Shebrews. I am that I am. And his son, YASHAYAH HaMashiach, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, Rawach, Qadash. So let's give a praise, a Thawada, to the Godhead. Let us do that because it's only because of, the Most High's mercy and grace why we are here today. So all praises to the Most High. I am your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, and I humbly thank you for joining me on this broadcast today. It's just such a pleasure to be here. It's amazing. Another Sunday, another week. So I hope that you all had a very productive week, a beautiful week, a blessed week. Mine was very busy, blessed, and just thankful and grateful. Praise the Most High. We are back. So let's get these disclaimers out of the way before we go any further, before moving forward in this discussion. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way so we can move into this show tonight. Let me start by saying tea time with Shebrew royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's okay. But if you happen upon this channel and you realize we're just not your cup of tea, that's okay. What I do is encourage you to continue to search YouTube, and I am sure that if you continue to search, you will find your perfect cup of tea and your perfect flavor. You owe that to yourself. What I do ask also is that you not leave any insults, any derogatory comments in the comment box, because that would be distasteful. We really appreciate it, and we thank you in advance. Also, although I am a licensed physician assistant and certified functional nutrition informed professional, and I will be touching on topics of health and wellness on my broadcasts, we will not be utilizing this platform to diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. If you are experiencing any medical problems, please consult your healthcare practitioner. And the views that you will hear on this channel are the views of myself or my guests, and not those of any particular church or organization. Also, the information provided on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. The content shared here, including videos, guides, and resources, reflects general wellness knowledge and personal experiences and should not be used as a substitute for professional medical diagnosis, treatment, or advice. Always seek the guidance of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition, diet, or wellness program. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard or seen on this channel. Some videos and materials may feature foods, herbal teas, nutritional supplements, and skin or hair care products offered through Shebrew Royalty, LLC. Those products are not evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Results may vary, and individuals with allergies, underlying health conditions, or who are pregnant or nursing should consult a qualified health professional before using any product or adopting any wellness recommendation shared on this platform or the Shebrew Royalty LLC website. By watching this channel, you acknowledge and agree that you do so at your own risk. The creators, guests, and affiliates of this channel are not liable for any injury, loss, or damage allegedly arising from any information, suggestions, or practices shared here. So, that being said, disclaimers are out of the way. Let's talk. Let us talk. So, every week we will be featuring a product for our Shebrew Royalty Temple Treasures or Hebrew Royalty product lines. We have so many incredible organic products, and we really haven't given them a lot of justice by just scrolling through the website. So we've started featuring every Sunday a product or two as our featured product for the week. So our featured product tonight is a new product, a brand new product from our Temple Treasures collection. But before I announce our featured product, let's talk a bit about Temple Treasures. So Temple Treasures, your skin is your temple. We believe you should honor and treasure it with the luxury it deserves. Temple Treasures is a handcrafted, all-natural skincare line inspired by ancient beauty rituals and designed for the modern queen. Infused with powerful botanicals, rare essential oils, and nutrient-rich ingredients, our products nourish, restore, and elevate your glow. From the radiant facial scrubs to indulgent bath soaks, each formula is a sacred self-care experience because true beauty isn't just skin deep, it's a reflection of the divine within. So it's time for you to experience Temple Treasures, where skincare meets sacred ritual. So I am going to take you on a tour, and let's talk about Temple Treasures and our featured product for tonight. Let's see. Speaking of Temple Treasures, here is our featured product of the night. Tonight, our featured product is Autumn Glow Whipped Body Butter. It's a Shebrew Royalty and it's from the Temple Treasures collection. So let's talk a bit about this amazing whipped body butter. It says, wrap your skin in the radiant warmth of the harvest season. Autumn Glow Whipped Body Butter is a luxurious, all-organic blend handcrafted to restore softness, nourishment, and inner balance as the air turns cool and crisp. How many of you are experiencing cool weather right now? It's not so cool here yet. It's getting there, though. It's getting there. Infused with shea butter, mango butter, and coconut oil, this velvety formula melts effortlessly into the skin, sealing in lasting moisture without greasiness. The scent, a golden harmony of vanilla, sweet orange, sandalwood, and frankincense, evokes comforting embrace of autumn sunlight, grounding the spirit while awakening the senses. So it's also enriched with rosehip seed oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, and arrowroot powder for a silky, non-greasy finish. Autumn Glow leaves your skin luminous, supple, and delicately perfumed with the essence of peace and warmth. So this is our body butter, our newest collection, our newest item from the Temple Treasures collection, and it is Autumn Glow Whipped Body Butter. So it's easy to find it. Let's just go back, just ShebrewRoyalty.com, go to Temple Treasures, and you can start right here and just scroll through and look at all of our beautiful, all organic items that we have here. And when you get to luxurious body butters, we are right down here, right at the bottom. Autumn Glow Whipped Body Butter. All right, and there are just so many other products, sisters, that you can enjoy. So with this body butter, it's nourishing, it's protection for your skin. It deeply hydrates and shields the skin against seasonal dryness. We're getting into that weather where skin is going to be chapped, lips are going to be chapped, skin is going to dry out. So we need to keep our skin moisturized. It's uplifting, it's grounding. Let's get back here. Let's get back. Matter of fact, let's run over here to the store where you can make your purchases. Go to Temple Treasures and just keep scrolling. And here we are. Like I said, it's very uplifting, balances the spirit and body with warm, comforting aromatherapy. We're in that fall season, so we're talking about spices, lots of spices. It's a reflection of grace, gratitude, and divine abundance. All right, sisters. So this is our featured product of the night, and this is what the actual container looks like that you will be receiving it in. It's an 8-ounce container, and oh my gosh, the scent is just incredible. If you like fall and the scents of fall, you are going to love this product. Sister Nadara says, I found it. Everything looks so regal. Thawada, sis. Thawada. You said, I can't wait to experience it. As a matter of fact, I have mine right here, and I am telling you, this body butter, it is smooth, it is soft, it is, oh my gosh, it is buttery. When I say body butter, it is really quite buttery. Ayandabar, sis. Ayandabar. All praises. You said that's your next order, Sister Habkarad. You are here. Welcome. So good to see you. This is your next order, huh? Sis, you have almost everything here already. But I am not complaining. I am not complaining. I am so grateful. And I am so happy that you love the products. I mean, I really do. These products, and like I say all the time, I'm not just saying this because I just cannot endorse something that I don't stand behind. And although these are my products, if they weren't good products, I ditch them and continue working until I perfected it. But I really think that I found these products are just really, really amazing. Sister Habkara said, I was smelling my hand all the way home. Yes, yesterday you got to sample this, sis. You got to sample this. And I am telling you, I can't get enough of it myself. I really can't get enough of it. I love it. I love it. So, sisters, let's talk some more. What is your cup of tea? Now that I know you are in that relaxed state of mind, it's perfect time to sip some tea. So, what is your cup of tea tonight? What's your cup of tea? Sister Nadara says, after the show, I'm going to take my time to go through the website and place my order. All praises, sis, the water. I can't wait for Passover because guess what? I'm most high willing. I'm going to have a booth, a table at Passover. And sisters, don't forget, we have feast days coming up, right? We have dedication coming up, and then we have Purim coming up. So remember, if you're looking for gifts, this is the perfect place to shop for gifts because I not only have products for sisters, remember, I also do have a Hebrew royalty collection with the beard oil, the body butter for the kings, the locks elixir. I mean, we've got it here for the brothers as well. And let's not forget the Hebrew royalty and the masculinity. You are having sencha matcha and lemon ginger with a shot of, it's moving so fast, of apple cider vinegar. Oh, that sounds interesting, sis. That's an incredible blend there. That's an incredible blend. That sounds so healthy. I'm drinking my kefir with a little organic amber agave. That's Ahab Karad. Pray AHAYAH send me a king, sis. I'm praying that for you, sis. I am praying that for you. I am definitely going to pray that for you. Yes. You know, queens need kings. I mean, how are we queens without the kings, you know? I'm just saying. I am just saying. Of course, sis. Weight loss goal, sis. All praises. All praises. Yeah. All praises. It's a done deal. The Most High has heard it, the Most High has heard, and from your lips to his ears. All praises to the Most High, sis. So guess what, sisters? I know that you all are really sipping on something good and tasty and healthy. And my cup of tea tonight is another new creation. Another new creation. So tonight, we are really doing it tonight. I have another surprise for you all. Not only do we have the Autumn Glow with body butter, but my cup of tea tonight is also a new creation. And you know what? Let me put a picture of this tea on the screen right here. So what you are looking at is, And this is koala tea. Yes, you heard that right. It's koala tea. Quality, where quality meets royal fire. So this tea, oh my gosh, let me just introduce you to koala tea. Awaken your inner fire with koala tea, a luxurious spiced black tea inspired by the founder herself, by me, crafted with organic Assam black tea, cinnamon bark, crushed cardamom pods, ginger root, clove, black pepper, and orange peel, and delicate jasmine flowers. This royal blend ignites warmth, clarity, and calm strength with every sip. And normally I have this tea with milk. Tonight I decided to just have it just plain without the milk, just a little bit, a drizzle of honey. And this is really quality. So whether enjoyed for its gentle, low caffeine ritual or full-bodied energy, quality offers a grounding experience that nourishes both body and spirit. Each cup is a sacred moment of reflection, reminding you to breathe deeply, move with grace, and embody the divine essence within. And once again, this is where quality meets royal fire. So let's talk a little bit more about this tea. And I'm also going to bring it up. Let me take it off the screen here. Remove it from the screen, and I am going to take you back to the Shebrew Royalty website where you can see this tea. This is koala tea. Here we go. Koala tea by Shebrew Royalty. So like I said, the ingredients are, let's start with the ingredients and what each ingredient does. Organic Assam black tea is a rich, full-bodied tea revered for its deep flavor and natural antioxidants. It enhances mental clarity, supports circulation, and offers a steady, gentle energy lift. Not as with coffee. It's the energy lift is really gentle and it's steady. You're not going to have peaks and crashes, just a nice, steady, gentle lift. Then there's the cinnamon bark, a sweet and warming spice that balances blood sugar, improves digestion, and promotes healthy circulation. Its aroma invokes comfort and peace. Then there's crushed cardamom pods, known as the queen of spices. Cardamom uplifts the mood, eases bloating, and opens the heart. Its bright citrusy aroma enhances both focus and tranquility. Then there's dried ginger root. Who doesn't like ginger? I mean, this tea, when I say it's spicy, it's a spicy tea. Dried ginger root ignites internal warmth, stimulates digestion, and support immune balance. A natural energizer that harmonizes perfectly with the grounding depth of black tea. Then there's also clove buds, a powerfully aromatic spice. Cloves, I love the scent of cloves. And this, I'm telling you, this tea is so aromatic, and a lot of it has to do with these cloves. It's an aromatic spice that supports oral health, relieves inflammation, and brings warmth to the body's core. Then there's black peppercorn, which is cracked and into the tea leaves, activates circulation, improves nutrient absorption, and deepens the effect of all of the other herbs It adds a subtle heat and awakens the senses. There's also dried orange peel, which adds brightness and vitality. It's rich in vitamin C and flavonoids that strengthens immunity and brings a sunny note of joy to the blend. Lastly, jasmine flowers, which are delicate and fragrant. Jasmine soothes the nervous system and promotes relaxation while enhancing mood. It's a fragrant whisper of grace. Let's take a look at quality. So this is what that blend looks like, sisters. Luxurious spiced black tea blend. And it says where quality meets royal fire. There it is. I'm telling you, this tea is superb. Look at the blend. It is absolutely delicious. And here's all the information here, sisters, on this tea. There's, for those that do not like much caffeine, like myself, although caffeinated teas are really not a problem for me, but some people just want no caffeine whatsoever. We have a low caffeine option, and in order to get that, the low caffeine, what you will do is, to have that experience, is pour hot water over 1 teaspoon of the quality blend, steep for 30 seconds, then you discard the liquid, and then add fresh hot water and steep again for another 5 to 7 minutes. Sweeten with honey or date syrup and enjoy with oat or almond milk if desired. And I really like mine with the oat milk. And for full caffeine strength, you steep 1 teaspoon. I like mine really full-bodied, so I usually go to about 2 teaspoons. But 1 teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoon will be fine in hot water for 4 to 6 minutes. And then you just add natural sweetener and plant milk to taste. So this is where we are at. Here's the information. Quality by Shebrew Royalty, sisters. And I am telling you, this tea really is delicious. It's just another delicious tea from Shebrew Royalty. You said you're in. Oh, the water, sis, the water. The water. All praises to the Most High. You said you love it. Oh, the water, sis. This is truly a labor of love. It truly is a labor of love. When I walked away from practicing medicine, I had to transition into something that allowed me to really use my creative side and to just be very creative in whatever remainder life that I have. You know, my job previously working in the medical field was just, it's pretty stressful, of course. And with this, what I'm doing now with this business and being able, praise the Most High for moving me into this arena, because I really love what I'm doing, and I get to sing and dance while I'm creating my teas and all my products. I'm in the house, just got the music playing, and I'm dancing and I'm stirring and I'm measuring, and I'm having so much fun. I couldn't do that in a hospital. I couldn't do that in a clinic. I couldn't go to work and start just dancing around while I'm seeing my patients. That wouldn't work. So now I get to do all of that. I get to take off that, you know, mostly serious side and just be really fun, just really have fun with what I'm doing. So that's what I have to say about this. And you know, I think that the end product really reflects that there's a lot of love and there's a lot of joy that goes into creating these products. Tawada says, Tawada, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. So, like all of our other Shebrew royal teas, this tea is not only healthy and nutritious, but extremely, like I said, aromatic and delicious. So you can purchase yours at ShebrewRoyalty.com/royal-teas. And here's another disclaimer. Before consuming any herbal teas or supplements, please be sure to check with your healthcare provider or pharmacist to avoid potential interactions with medications or any health conditions. So once again, sisters, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Great news. Our Instagram page is up. It is, I think, 3 weeks old now. It's not even a month old yet, but you know, it's getting older. And so just be patient with us as we are growing and just help us to grow as well. It is at Shebrew Royalty LLC. That is our Instagram page. Shebrew Royalty LLC. All right. Let us keep this moving. Let me put this reminder on the screen here to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, sisters, because we're about to go in. So last week's show was very interesting, wasn't it? It was very interesting. The fabric of truth, why what you wear matters. It was interesting. It was an eye-opener. And for myself, I went through my closet partially, and I'm starting to think, yes, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this, because our clothes are toxic for the most part. Who knew about all of the toxic chemicals that are in our clothes and how harmful they are to us, to our health? Who knew before this broadcast last week? So I apologize for the interruption. We had an interruption of our broadcast last week. I didn't even realize that YouTube had shut down the video that I was showing. I was showing a video, and I had no idea that YouTube had shut it down. And I was just here talking, and you know, on my end, it appeared as though we were just business as usual. And suddenly I started getting phone calls. I got texts, phone calls telling me that, hey, you know, something is not right here. There's a screen that says that there was a violation. And I had no idea what they were talking about, honestly. And long story short, I had to abruptly stop the show last week. Consis. It was insane, sis. It really was. And yeah, so they shut it down, and I actually had to sign off the air very abruptly. And afterwards, I sent a message to YouTube inquiring, to find out what violation, how did I violate anything? Because I did say fair use for educational purposes only. and I still have not received a response. However, my video was released. It was released to be shown, and the video that was showing that I was showing at the time was also released. So I have no idea what was going on with YouTube last week. So if you haven't seen last week's show, I encourage you to go back and watch it, but know that it's not my usual ending where I say bye to everyone. We end on a pleasant note. It was just cut off abruptly. So hopefully tonight we'll have a different experience. All right. Praise the Most High. And like I said, I still have not received any feedback from YouTube to explain what the violation was. So I'm in the dark. So here I am tonight with part 2, because there were some things that I wanted to go into last week that I wasn't able to go into. And now I've also done some more research, found some more information. So now, hence part 2. This information is really, it's really important, and the word has to get out. The word has to get out, because we've been talking about the foods that we eat. We've been talking about the water, how the water is poisoned and toxic, how the foods that we eat are poisoned in so many ways and toxic. And now it's the clothing that we wear. So we really need this information so we can start making smarter, wiser choices. That being said, and without further ado, it's showtime, and not at the Apollo, but right here on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. So for those of you that may just be tuning in or joining us for the first time, shalom and welcome back to Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty, where ancient wisdom flows into modern wellness. I'm your hostess, YASHAYA, a licensed physician assistant, certified functional nutrition informed professional, and an advocate for sacred self-care. So in our last episode, we uncovered the truth about toxic fabrics and the importance of wearing pure fibers like linen, cotton, wool, and silk, as instructed in scripture. Today, we're going deeper. This time, we're exposing the dark side of fast fashion, and how it's not only harming the earth that the Most High created, but also the health of the people who live upon it. So last week, if you weren't here once again, and you haven't had a chance to see last week's episode, The Fabric of Truth, Why What You Wear Matters, please go back and watch the video, and share it with someone that you love. It's important that this word gets out. As I mentioned earlier, the show was disrupted, and I was not able to get all of the information out last week, hence part 2 tonight. So let's talk about the fast fashion cycle. It's beauty at a deadly price. Fast fashion is the system that produces cheap, trendy clothing at lightning speed. Every week, new garments are pushed out to keep consumers buying. But behind the scenes lies a devastating truth. The fashion industry is one of the largest polluters on earth, second only to oil and gas. The water, sis. The water, Sister Habkarad. The water. All praises to the Most High. So the fashion industry produces over, listen to this number, 100 billion garments a year, and most are worn fewer than 10 times before being thrown away. Every second, the equivalent of a garbage truck full of clothes is burned or buried in a landfill. This isn't just waste. It's a desecration of creation. The Most High gave us dominion, not destruction. So what happens when these clothes, like we said, are thrown away? When they're not sold or discarded? Well, when these unsold or discarded clothing is burned, many of them are burned, especially synthetic fibers like polyester, nylon, and acrylic. They release deadly dioxins, carbon monoxide, and microplastics into the air. These toxins cause respiratory disease, hormonal disruption, infertility, and cancer. And we're wondering why so many people, so many young people especially, are being diagnosed with hormonal issues, respiratory problems, infertility, and especially cancer. Especially in the communities near waste incinerators. And these communities are often poor, Black, and brown neighborhoods. This is modern day environmental injustice. What the wealthy discard, the poor must breathe. As a matter of fact, last week our broadcast, like I said, was disrupted in the midst of a very informative video that was exposing what happens to the tons of fast fashion clothes that no one in the UK or the USA and other nations that they don't want, and where they end up when they are discarded or given to charitable organizations to help the poor. So what do you think happens to those clothes that are, where do they end up? Well, last week, like I said, the video that was disrupted, it was interrupted right in the midst of showing this video. And this video was Ghana, fast fashion's dumping ground. And this video was by Unreported World. And I am going to put the link to that video. I really wanted to show that video again tonight from the beginning, but I have so many others. I have two others, and one is a lengthy video. So I am going to drop the link for this video. I'm going to drop that, as a matter of fact, let me drop that in the chat box for you all. So this is the video that was showing last week. Please go back and watch this. It's only 24 minutes long, but it's very, very impactful. And once again, this video is Ghana, fast fashion's dumping ground. So, and it is exactly as it sounds. Piles and piles and piles of clothing, unwanted clothing being sent to Ghana that these people, poor people, are having a difficult time selling. And that's their livelihood. They go to the markets, they're expecting their bales of clothes that come from these developed countries to be clothes that they can resell. And they're not. They're being sent trash. And what ends up happening? The trash has to be burned. And so that is causing, it's very, very destructive what's going on in Ghana right now with the fast fashion. So here's another documentary. I am going to show another documentary also filmed in Ghana. So what does it say? That Ghana is really being attacked right now in this way. So I'm going to share this other video with you. Please copy that link, watch that video, but I also want you to see this video. This one is the environmental disaster fueled by used clothes and fast fashion. The environmental disaster fueled by used clothes and fast fashion, and this is by foreign correspondent ABC News in depth. This show shows the dark side of the world's fashion addiction. Many of our old clothes donated to charities end up in rotten textile mountains in West Africa. This is a story about how our waste is creating an environmental disaster. So let's watch this video in fair use for educational purposes only. Let me get this video up on the screen here. Let's see if this is. And this is by, no, this is the one from last week. This is the one from last week. I'm not going to show this one tonight. Let's get the correct one on the screen here. So this is the environmental disaster fueled by used clothes and fast fashion by foreign correspondents. And once again, fair use for educational purposes only. This video is actually 30 minutes and 2 seconds.
On the coast of West Africa, the ships arrive day after day with an unrelenting cargo. In Ghana, they call them obroni wawu, or the clothes of dead white men.
Take this beer from Australia.
They're the charity shop cast-offs from the Western world.
Dirty. Sweat. Yeah, rubbish. It's like an insult.
Too many of them arrive in unwearable condition. While the trade in used clothes has created thousands of jobs, it's also turning parts of Ghana into a toxic landfill.
This place is serving as a dumping ground for textile waste in the name of second-hand clothing.
The world's unwanted fashion ends its journey here.
We call them tentacles. When they first wash up on sea, they're very long.
It's creating an environmental catastrophe of unthinkable proportions. In Accra, the working day begins long before dawn. As thousands of Ghanaians make their daily migration into the centre of this West African capital. From Old Fadama, Accra's biggest slum, Aisha Idrisu and her 18-month-old son Sharif join the throng working in the second-hand clothes trade.
were north. A human in it. You need material. I see a baby. She said, "When you can grab or say, Yamba, a woman." Oh, yeah. Now, this one you said, "You're a young man." Watch my shop from it.
Asari Asamoah starts his day early too. He's a successful importer of used clothing.
I was following my brother whilst we are doing the business, and unfortunately my brother passed away, so he handled everything to me. Well, I always think about him because he made me go.
Today, new bales arrive, and Asari is checking on his order.
Yeah, now I'm feeling bizarre, but I'm so about.
Nice, baby.
Yeah, big bale with quality. I hope you get a good one.
These bales are being dispatched to almost every corner of Accra's commercial heart, the sprawling Cantamanto market. It's a bustling labyrinth where almost everything is for sale.
$25.
This is unbelievable. This is really unbelievable, because the majority of the clothes that these people receive that they expect to be able to resell are not wearable. This is unbelievable.
These markets are one of the biggest in West Africa, if not the world, and they're a central hub for second-hand clothing. From here, they get shipped all over Africa.
For the past 2 decades, the resale of Western cast-offs has boomed here. It's created tens of thousands of jobs. These men and women are retailers eager to seize the best clothes from a prized new bale. They're old friends, but this morning there's lots at stake. So for the next few moments, they're also arch competitors. If they don't grab the best clothes, they don't make money. ASHAR is on her way to collect a bale of clothes from Asari, the importer.
Okay, and they are found now. They are called shop or why, and they call right. So we okay. It's a faculty here, right?
She's a kayo, or head porter. Ghana's Kaye women are usually displaced from their villages in the north of the country by conflict or unemployment. But even in Accra, ASHAR is lucky to earn $5 a day. The bale of clothing she's carrying weighs more than 50 kilograms. It's tough and dangerous work. The trade in used clothing is also risky for importers. They pay up front as much as $95,000 for a container with no guarantee if the clothes inside it are any good.
It's not easy. Sometimes if you don't have money to do this business, it's not easy for you. Sometimes you go and bought something, then you will not get what you want, then you lose your money.
Asari imports as many as 3 million items of used clothing every year, most of it from the United Kingdom. When he finds Western exporters with good quality clothes, profits are there for the taking.
We're okay. So if you know inside that this goose is fine, that one you are going to buy it, then you get your profit. If you don't know that this goose is nicer, you just bought anything, then you lose your money.
Asari also sells his newly imported items to other retailers in Cantamanto Market.
It looks like chaos, but there's a method to this madness. These retailers are picking the finest clothes that have come in from the bale in order to be ready for market day.
Asari lives a few hours from the city centre. In a good year, importers can turn over $140,000.
So the money I get, I don't chop all. I just save some. So I just save it.
Asari Asamoah attributes his family's success to divine intervention.
And God has blessed what I'm doing. And God grace living in this house. It's very big conflict between Sunday and my job. The clothes I sell, that one is somebody culture. Like a white man used to wear it when going into office. But this one is our own culture.
Today is Sunday, and in this deeply religious country, it's a day for traditional clothing. Western cast-offs are so cheap that local textile makers can't compete. Since the 1980s, their output has fallen by as much as 75%. Traditional African clothing has now become too expensive for everyday wear.
That's something. The traditional African clothing has become too expensive, and so they import these cheap clothes, just like we do here. What am I talking about? We do the same thing. Oh my goodness, we do the same thing. End up buying these cheap clothes. that doesn't last any time. They don't last. And so we end up with all this waste. And this is where the clothes end up. They end up in Ghana and other West African countries to be resold.
Every evening, with the market's customers heading home, a clean-up operation begins. Alleys full of unsaleable clothing are swept up and bundled into sacks, ready for tomorrow's collection. The next morning, the sheer volume of waste is staggering. But before it's even been driven away, another load of used clothing appears and is put up for sale. Solomon Noy is the city's waste manager.
This place is serving as a dumping ground for textile waste in the name of second-hand clothing. Close to 40% of whatever shipment that are coming on a daily basis ends up to be complete chaff of no value.
Every day, this truck is full to overflowing.
There's roughly 6 million garments every week that leave Cantamanto Market as waste. And a huge proportion of all of that clothing is trucked 2 hours north of Accra and ends up being dumped as landfill.
The pressure from the used clothing industry is relentless. The city of Accra now has to find somewhere to dispose of more than 160 tonnes of textile waste every single day.
Really unbelievable.
Black, we don't like it again. In Ghana, we don't like black.
Christiana Manco is a retailer who sells her stock outside the city.
I don't think I say 5 days. Waiting. 5 days. Yeah, I'm a 5. Oh, 5 days.
It's a hand-to-mouth existence for the single mother of 3 who travels for hours between Cantamanto Market and outer-lying villages. She says she fell into the trade after her brother used juju, or sorcery, to force her off the family farm.
Nti na me call hospital almost someone who yare no. Nti mami bi na okachire me say why prayers bi nti me koi. Na omo kachire me say omo de eduro say we ne mu nti na yes nti o me ho to me na omo say me fi kru no so. Me di fi kru no so bank.
She goes from village to village selling her clothes. These $2 dresses are something of a luxury item. Christiana's arrival is a highlight of the week.
So to me ko yibi wonya neema na eyiye na ko yibi 2 cities out to me ton 4 city Martin much me ya neema bi to say we sa.
But it's a precarious enterprise because many of her customers insist on being granted credit.
Oh, madam, sister, I do quite see neema now you need skaway. Oh, there be me person life now, yeah, sister. Me officer, maybe I know be as I could have made a macofani and my beton. Me person, I don't know.
Christiana works hard to care for her family, but it's becoming harder because the bales of clothing being imported into Ghana are arriving in worse and worse condition.
Obebie so no enye obeji ni sika amfa na won say Ebola me I am for a man pedia
It's monsoon season in Ghana, and when these fierce rains come, the unwanted clothing washes into the city's open sewers and chokes its waterways.
You know we are in the tropics, so we have very high precipitation in the form of rainfall. So any heavy downfall of rain will gather all these uncollected waste into the storm drains, which are not covered anyway, and then it gets into the ocean. It means all these layers of textile waste that are stockpiling at the ocean bed, and that is what will choke the aquatic life in there.
Yeah, this is like dug into the ground. So when we've done cleanups here, you can dig like 15 feet and still find tangles of clothing.
Liz Ricketts has spent the past decade documenting the impact of clothing waste on Ghana.
So it also becomes really dangerous for people when they're swimming because they're like rolling back and forth and it'll hit them and then also hits the fishermen's boats and wraps around their motors.
The textiles which wash back on shore become so tangled in the sand, they're almost impossible to dig out.
The tangled masses of clothing, we call them tentacles. So this, is all tangled up and it's a little bit harder for you to see. But when they first wash up, they're very long. They can be 8 feet to 30 feet and sometimes 3 feet wide.
These tentacles have their origins at Cantamanto Market.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey.
Wow.
Linton Besser, ABC.
Yeah. Wow. I'm Emmanuel.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
Imab is another importer.
We are going to take this beer. This one.
Let me see what you all are saying about this, sisters. This, yes, it is sad. It is really sad. It's unbelievable. Who knew that clothing was just taking over an entire country? Who knew that? I mean, old, waste, garbage clothes are all over the ocean. It's in the sand, washing down the drains, blocking the drains. I've never seen anything like this. This is incredible. This is incredible. And yes, it is sad, because what I see is these countries, the UK, the United States, these developed countries are sending our garbage over there so we don't have to deal with it. It's their dumping ground. This is unbelievable. This should be illegal. This should be illegal. It's infuriating to actually watch.
Yeah. This one are from Australia. We want to see what is inside. And it's a lady's summer jacket.
He's one of the few to import used clothing from Australia.
Yeah, I'm going to open. We'll sort them into groups.
Okay.
Until they open their bales, importers have no idea whether they contain trash or treasure.
It's nice clothes. So this one is going like this, top quality.
Okay.
Here we can't wear this one.
So is that going to be rubbish?
Yeah, this is the rubbish. And this one too. We'll call it second.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't wear it.
Yeah.
This one is going to
And
rubbish.
also, look, it's got a stain here.
Yeah. And it will not go.
It's no good.
It's no good. It's no good.
Emmanuel and his colleagues despair at the growing number of low-quality clothes arriving in Ghana.
What do you think of this one?
See how it is? It's dirty. From here or like this.
It's sweat.
You should not put it in the bed. It's like an insult.
It's an insult.
It is insult. It is insult. In Europe and UK and Australia, America, they think Africa here, we are not like a human being. Sorry to say to use this, because what they are giving to us is like, even if somebody knock your door and he want help, you cannot just picking something from your dustbin and give to the person. Right. So in this case, it's like they are doing this to us. You see how
this bale cost Emmanuel $92.
Further away too. These ones are the ones you can sell.
Okay.
After sorting the whole bale, he can see he's going to make a significant loss on these Australian clothes.
5, 6, 7. 7 pieces in a bale.
And how many altogether in a bale?
This one, they are 180 to 200 pieces in the bale. And you find 7 pieces. Very bad.
So at the end of today, where will you put that?
We are going to throw them away.
The problem is, there's no room anywhere in Accra left to throw them.
This massive, carefully engineered landfill was meant to be the solution to Accra's waste crisis. It should have provided enough capacity for 15 years. But once it started accepting clothing waste from Cantamanto Market, it was filled to overflowing within just 5.
Now the city's only alternative is a growing network of informal, unregulated dumps.
So a lot of the waste is brought here by informal collectors who pick it up at the end of the day.
Wow.
Like this one, on the edge of Old Fatima, the city's biggest slum.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with them at all.
Synthetic textiles can take hundreds of years to decompose. This mountain of waste may cast its fetid shadow over these neighbourhoods for generations to come.
I think, unfortunately, what happens is that the waste, they are blamed for the waste.
The people of Old Fatima are not responsible for this problem, but they are forced to live with it.
Then this waste ends up in places like this, where it's used to further disenfranchise people who are already living in poverty, to blame them for waste that they did not create.
While all consumers bear some responsibility for this waste crisis, Liz Ricketts lays much of the blame at the door of the world's big fashion houses.
Really, it's brands. It's brands that are overproducing. Waste is a part of the business model of fashion. A lot of brands overproduce by up to 40%.
So when did they start burning this?
At least 3 weeks ago.
Much of the unwanted clothing is simply burned. It's not unusual for Accra's sky to blacken with smoke for days at a time.
Wow. Imagine the sicknesses that this is causing, the respiratory problems, the cancers that this is causing those poor people. Oh my gosh.
But for many who live in Old Fatima, including Aisha Idrisu, the flow of second-hand clothing into Ghana has been a lifeline. There are other problems which are simply more pressing. Aisha lives in this small windowless room with 4 other women and all their worldly belongings. So perhaps it's for the West instead to think more carefully about the quality of what we donate.
I'm not sure they've ever been conscious to ask where is the final destination of that thing they are discarding. But if they come here like you've come and see the practicality for yourself, then they will know that no, we better take care of this thing within our country and not to ship the problem to other peoples.
Unbelievable. Oh, I'm purple. Oh my goodness, I turned purple again. What is going on? Many of these are Levi. Very demonic. I'm purple. What is going? I don't understand. Am I frozen? I'm frozen and I'm purple. This is unbelievable. I'm frozen again. Did I get cut off again? I was this happened again? Can you all hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can you all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you all can hear me. You can hear me. On my end, the screen is frozen. You can hear me. This is unbelievable. I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. I was going to show another video because if that wasn't bad enough, we need to talk about the human cost, such as sweatshops and suffering. So behind every cheap garment lies a story of exploitation, right? You said frozen there as well. I don't know what's going on. Workers in developing nations labor in unsafe factories exposed to chemical dyes, pesticides, and textile dusts. Many suffer from skin diseases, lung damage, and reproductive harm, like we talked about earlier. Some are even children, so in fast fashion for wages that can't feed their families. Every fiber that is made in injustice carries that energy. When we wear these garments, we unknowingly participate in that suffering. And so I was going to show another video. Sis, I guess that's what's going on. This is unbelievable. I have not had, I've had the screen turn purple before, but it never froze. And then what else has happened? The video being cut off. So this other video that I was going to show, what I'm going to do is just put the link in the comment box so you all can watch on your own time. But what this video is about, it is called Toxic Labels: The True Cost of Your Cheap Clothes. Child Labor in Fashion Documentary. So according to this video, in the past 10 years, the price of clothes has fallen by 13%. But who has been paying the price? Can the ethical claims of the big brands be trusted? What was that? You said that's a very enlightening perspective, being a part of this depopulation agenda. Yes, by way of fast fashion support. Absolutely. That is what this whole thing is about. Shopping at Temu, shopping at Shein. Those two happen to be two of the worst retailers that you can purchase from. There's a reason why those clothing are so cheap. There's a reason for that. And they are known to really market to Blacks. And their clothing, it's reported, is very, very toxic. So from the exploitation of children and workers to forcing laborers to work in dangerous conditions and violating local and international laws, it seems many manufacturers are still reliant on sweatshop models of production. So in this exclusive investigation, they accessed the sweatshops of Bangladesh, where girls like 12-year-old Khadijah work 60-hour weeks. And they filmed the inside of the factories and spoke to the workers. So this documentary was filmed in 2023. And I don't think that it's going to allow me to show it because I'm still frozen. So let me drop the link. I'm going to drop the link for this video in the comment box here. Can you all still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So there's the link for the other video. Please watch this video in your own time, in your spare time, so that you can see what's going on behind the scenes of these manufacturers. And we need to be very, very selective. We need to be very, very selective here on out of where we are getting our clothing from. As a matter of fact, we really need to start making our own clothes, purchasing the natural fabrics, the wool, the cotton, the linen, staying away from the polyester and the rayon and all of that, those synthetic junk, and getting back to our roots, making our own clothing, just simple clothing. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Just making sure that we are using one natural fabric to create our clothing. We shouldn't be mixing cotton and linen. We should be highly selective, says, yes, ma'am. Yes, we have to be. We have to be, because we are seeing, we're seeing what the end result is, right? Before, we were so ignorant to these things, didn't realize all of the toxins, and now having to burn these synthetic clothes with the microplastics, and having to now inhale all of the fumes from those toxic plastics that are being released in the air. And our brothers and sisters in places like Ghana are the ones that are really suffering, because the junk that we get rid of ends up in their streets, ends up in piles. Did you see those piles of trash? Ends up in their ocean, in their sand, on their beaches. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, this has to stop. So the Most High commanded us to care for the earth, right? Not to exploit it. The Most High placed man in the garden to dress it and to keep it. And we are really called to honor the Most High's creation, to use the resources wisely, and to clothe ourselves with righteousness, not vanity, but righteousness. So when we choose pure natural fabrics made with integrity and care, we align ourselves with our divine stewardship. We are the stewards over the Most High's creation. Each piece of clothing becomes a testimony of our values, not a reflection of the world's waste. And as a matter of fact, I've already started with a couple of small steps to get back into alignment with the Most High's commandments by seeking out clothing and bedding made by pure natural fabrics. And I must say, it's really a daunting task, because it's like they know exactly what to do with these clothing. I ordered a head wrap the other day. I wanted linen, and it said linen, But in the fine print, it was linen and cotton blend when I received it. So it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to find pure linen, unless, of course, we're willing to dish out some funds. And so we're going to have to start looking at quality and not quantity, because the fast fashion market out there, they're dealing with quantity. You can have a closet full of clothes where it's bulging at the seams, but it's just a bunch of junk, a bunch of trash that's going to end up probably in Ghana or some other West African country, polluting their country. But we have to start somewhere, sisters. And for me, these videos have been very, very eye-opening. And I'm seriously going to start being diligent about getting rid of what I have that's no good, and really finding out where can we go to get rid of these clothes, and to know for sure that they're not going to end up causing problems for someone else. How do we do that? Sister Habkabah said, I'm just now seeing you in purple screen. Oh, the chat is way off for me. Not only is the screen purple, but it's now frozen. It's frozen. So here are some steps of how we can return to sacred simplicity, how we can heal both our temples and the earth that we live in. Number one, we need to buy less and choose better. Quality over quantity. So says, I'm wondering if the bales come from the clothing that we put into the containers in the parking lots, etc. I'm sure they do. I am sure they do. Sis, I am sure they do. We don't have mountains of clothes piling up on our streets, on the hilltops here. And Americans go through a lot of clothes. We buy a lot of clothes here in America. And like you said, we're told, oh, take them to the thrift shops or give them away, take them to those containers. I do believe many of our clothes ended up right there in Ghana. All of those bales. That is unbelievable. And we're talking about on a daily basis. They're getting tons and tons and tons of bales. And like that gentleman said, out of 200 pieces of clothing, only 7 were even worthy to be resold. So the rest ended up on the pile to be burned. And they already know that if you burn all of those synthetic fibers, those synthetic materials, and release all of those toxins in the air, many people are going to die from respiratory problems and from cancers. As a matter of fact, the video that I dropped the link in the comment box, please watch that, because it goes into that. It goes into these young men who are sandblasters, working in these jeans factories where they're spraying the jeans with whatever chemicals, and they're ended up with silicosis, with horrible respiratory problems. and they can't afford to quit the job. So they're taking like a week off and then they return to work. And their doctors are letting them know this is going to kill you. But what choice do they have? They have to make money. And so it's absolutely mind-boggling that people are so evil that they know that these products, the jobs that they're hiring people for is limiting their, not only their lifespan, but their quality of life while they are alive. Their quality of life is so poor because these young men are talking about they can't walk any distance without being short of breath. And it's just really heartbreaking. Yeah, absolutely. So these are the things that we can do. Buy less, choose better, quality over quantity, support ethical brands that use natural fibers and fair labor. We need to really start investigating. We need to start investigating these companies that, you know, that we're supporting with our hard-earned money. We need to really dig deep into the practices, where they're getting their clothes from. Are they getting their clothes from Bangladesh, where child labor, you have children over there working in sweatshops, people that are dying from respiratory diseases, from cancers because of the toxins. So we also need to repurpose and repair our old garments instead of discarding them. Repurposing them and repairing them. And compost natural fabrics when they reach the end of their life. If they're natural fabrics, compost them. And also educating others. Your voice is part of the healing. What we are doing tonight, you know, learning, we can now pass this on to others. And this really bothers me that this video ended up purple and all I can do is laugh. Purple and frozen. A purple frozen video. But praise the Most High, you all can at least hear me. Praise the Most High. At least that's still working. So, beloved, the earth is really crying out, and not just the earth, but our bodies as well. So fast fashion is not just a fashion issue, right? It's not just a fashion issue. It's a faith issue. It's a health issue. It's a spiritual issue. Purple is royalty, sis, and they know that's my color. So at least they chose wisely. They, you know, chose wisely. And this has happened before with the purple screen. The purple screen, this happened before. And I called my internet service provider and they walked me through some steps that they said, well, this may help it. This, you know, and I went for a period of time there where my screen wasn't purple, but here we are back again. And not only is the screen purple, now I am frozen. So if I'm going to be frozen in any color, then, well, praise the Most High, it's royal purple. So let us clothe ourselves in garments of truth made from the earth, not against it. Because when we honor creation, creation honors us, right? So we just have to start following those, not only the dietary laws, but the laws according to what we are to adorn our temples with. And stop wearing this junk. So as you go through your closet this week, take a moment to look at your clothing labels and ask yourself, does this align with how I want to care for my temple? Because every choice we make, from the food we eat to the clothes we wear, can either bring us closer to harmony with the creation or pull us away from it. We've talked, and I mentioned this last week as well, where we talked about grounding, about getting out there and walking barefoot and connecting with the earth. Because what that does, it really brings our body back into alignment. We're walking around with these thick-soled shoes all day long, socks and these rubber heels and all of that, and we're not connecting with the earth that we came from. And so these are some of the steps that we need to take. Even with the clothing, we talked last week about the frequency that these different fabrics have that brings us back into alignment. So these are the things that we need to do. Start wearing the proper clothing, grounding, to get back into harmony. Sis says, I was wondering if there was truth to that, sis. To what, sis? To the grounding? Most definitely. If you're asking about grounding, yes, most definitely. And I have a book that I can suggest. As a matter of fact, I think it's over there on my shelf. Give me just a minute. Let me grab the book. Where is my book? Actually, it is not. I apologize for the wait. It is not on this bookshelf. It's probably on one of my other bookshelves, but it's called Earthen. And I actually, sis, I actually did I had a show about earthing, about grounding and earthing. I suggest you watch that video, that show. It was probably maybe 3 or 4 months ago that I did that show on earthing. So I would recommend that you go back and watch that show. And that book, that show was actually based on that book. So I would recommend that you do that. But yes, earthing is, or we call it grounding as well, is very, very healing. Very healing. Sister Ahab Karat says, I'm going to go through my closet also and clean it out. I'll hold on to my trash till I can find a place to put them that's not creating a problem for anyone else. Sis, these are the things that we need to do. We really need to do that. Sis, yes, look up that show. It's very, very informative. Yeah, so like I said, every choice we make, from the food we eat to the clothes we wear, can either bring us closer in harmony or pull us away from it. So remember, what you wear is an expression of who you worship. Dress your temple in truth, purity, modesty, and royal alignment. So that is it for tonight's show, sis. Next week's show is yet to be determined. I am not sure what we're going to talk about next week. Maybe I'll lay off of this heavy stuff. I didn't think this was this. I really didn't think that this topic was going to be so heavy or threatening. I don't know what the deal is, why I've had these issues these past 2 weeks. But obviously, there's something, I'm pushing some buttons or something with this information. So next week, I'm going to do something a little bit more lighthearted, and we'll see what happens next week. So just a reminder, once a month here on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty, we will be honoring a medical superhero, a Black pioneer whose brilliance, courage, and innovation helped shape the fields of medicine and holistic wellness as we know them. This series is designed to restore what history attempted to erase, the truth that African Americans have been architects of healing, not just recipients of care. By remembering their contributions, we reclaim legacy, we reclaim dignity, and we pass forward the wisdom of those who paved the way for our wellness today. So a few weeks ago, we aired the first episode in the series. It's Black Medical Superheroes, Freedom House, the first responders that changed everything. So if you haven't seen that video yet, please go back and watch it, and you'll be so glad that you did. You'll be so glad that you did. Snidera says, exposing them, as Sister stated earlier. Sis, I thought this was now becoming common knowledge out there. I thought so, but obviously not. So all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. The voice, our voice is still echoing here. You all can still hear me, so that is such a blessing. If I was to choose between the video freezing up or the audio going out, I think the video freezing up was perfect. As long as the audio is still working, we are good to go. So our next Black medical superhero will be honored on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty on Sunday, November 30th. Please mark your calendars and do not miss it. November 30th will be Black superhero number 2, medical superhero number 2. So if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe to Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty so you never miss our weekly journey into women's health, wellness, and beauty. And be sure to visit shebrewroyalty.com/wellness-blog, where I share all things health and wellness. And sisters, I have to admit, I've been running a bit behind on my blogs, so I apologize if you have not been able to access the last couple of blogs. However, this Tuesday, not only will tonight's blog be available, but the previous 2 weeks' blogs as well, Most High willing. So shall it be. If He wills it, so shall it be. So yes, I apologize that I've been running a bit behind on posting my blogs. Also, this channel is not monetized, but if you find the information that is presented on this channel to be useful and valuable to you, please feel free to give a donation to the cause. Nothing is too small or large. Shebrew Royalty LLC and Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty are labors of love and appreciation. What I present on this channel and create and offer on ShebrewRoyalty.com comes from a place of love, care, and appreciation for each and every one of you, and also for myself, and most definitely for the Most High. We appreciate any gift that the Most High puts on your heart to donate. Donations may be sent to $Shebrew Royalty on Cash App. Please be sure to specify donation as the purpose for the transaction. Thank you, Thawada in advance for your generosity. So sisters, let's continue to grow this channel so that the information can reach Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, and even those that are not Shebrews but are willing to be a part of our community. We are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. Lemonade from lemons, sis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't seen anything yet. So, this is where we are at right now, sis. And, but we're preparing for what's to come. So if we're offended by something like this, it's like, this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing to be offended about. So all praises to the Most High. We'll just keep it rolling for as long as we can. Also, sisters, please continue to keep our brothers and sisters in Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and other areas in the Caribbean that are still recovering from the devastating Hurricane Melissa in your thoughts and prayers. Let's continue to pray for them. So thank you for your continued love and support. I love you and always appreciate you all taking time out of your very busy schedules to have tea and conversation with me. Thawada, thank you for your support. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. And until the Most High brings us back together, may you prosper and be in good, matter of fact, in excellent health. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. I am your hostess, Kuala Yakaka, a voice of reasoning and justice. Until next time, stay royal, stay radiant, and stay rooted in truth. And as always, this is Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Good night. Good night, sisters. Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Have a blessed and amazing, amazing week. And if it's the Most High's will, I will see you all back here next Sunday, same tea time with Shebrew Royalty channel. Shalom, sisters. Ahabata. Shalom.